Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah, so he's just there and trying to listen the best he can with a little toddler. And then we have who's coming now? Here is Alice. Yay. Good. And here's Alice.
I like your top. That's beautiful.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's really nice.
I was just telling to the other girls that I just came back from the mountains in Bali. So I still have it's called kebaya. This is the Balinese when you go to the temple. So Ariane knows what I'm talking. This is my kebaya. And yeah, so I haven't had time to even to sit down. So that's why it's still on. Alrighty-o. So this half an hour is for I thought that we can just have once in a while this thing where we just checking in on each other with the Sundays, because some of you has been there every week and some of you have missed some classes, and it's just nice to catch up. And hi Paula and Audrey. So for Audrey, this will be something like quite new to you. So the other people been studying Sundays for what is it, like 8 months at least, for quite a while. So they already kind of have a little bit. So, but you're more than welcome to listen, and I will do my best to explain it in a way so you can follow. All right. So so I just wanted to check in with you. So in the home fun, so you had the home fun and then you had this special thing that was for you guys. Yeah, Paulina makes everybody hungry. So the home fun, so I gave you this these words, and I said there is as a Sunday, and Alice, you actually you sent the home fun back to me, and that was absolutely correct. So you did it really well. Okay, but let's just look at it. So let's just open up first of all the home fun. So look at. All right, so see if I do this well. Desktop. Can you see what I'm having on my desktop? Everybody? Yeah. All right, so let's go down to the. So this was for you guys. So so the word is antakarana shuddhi, right? And there are 3 words that's put together, and they have a very deep meaning, right? And so the first word is antaha, and the second word is karana, and the last word is shuddhi. And then, so the question was, what is the sandhi between the first word and the second word, right? So the thing what we got to do first of all is to figure out what category, right? There's 3 categories of Sandhis, right? Bea, do you remember those? Just shout out if you need, if you say no, I don't remember, you just tell me.
I can just try and remember. I feel like I've forgotten everything, but I have the book. So I think the first one is the vowel Sandhis.
Yeah.
And this common Visarga. And I can't remember the third one.
Can someone help her? The third one?
I guess.
Consonant. Yeah. So those are the three categories, right? You got the vowel, and then you had the visargaha and the consonant. So before you do anything, you kind of have to make the decision, which category is it? Now, looking at these two words, so we're looking at antaha, and then we're looking at karana, right? Now, Paulina, what is the vowel before the visargaha? Right? So you have a kara, and then you have visargaha. And what is the following letter on the second word?
Kakara.
Kakara. Good. So by knowing this information, we know that this is visargaha sandhi, right? Okay, good. So everybody with me so far? All right. Now let's go into then, just gonna remember this page 50. Okay. Now the best thing is to go to Mishika. So we go into Mishika, and she has then first she put out the visarga, and then she puts the vowel, and last she put the consonant. So from the information that Paulina said, this is visargaha. So here it is. So here you have the first, you have an overview, you have summary, right? And then you have, so let's go into this page, which is number, I think it's number 18. This one, where you have the chart, right? Do you remember this? Now, remember where it says, what was Alice? Here it says purvaha, right? What was that meaning? Remember what that was the meaning?
One of them means letter at the start, and one of them means letter after.
Yeah.
Just trying to think which way round.
50-50.
I've got a 50-50 chance. So I'll guess the purva is the letter at the start. No? It's the letter that comes first.
Yeah, you get like the first word at the end of the first word, right?
Yeah, I go with that one.
Yeah, good.
How did I do?
Very well. I think you gave like whatever answer you gave like both answers, so you did really well. Okay, so you got purvaha, and then you have paraha, so before and after. So basically the first word at the end of the first word, and then at the beginning of the second word. Now this is external sandhis. That's actually this is new information. I haven't said this before, but you know, when you have two words like what we have now, then you have an external sandhi, but you also have internal. Okay, so an internal can be, for example, a prefix that it's added on the word, and then you also have sandhis. So sandhis happens more than we think. So and later on in Panchakam, we're going to see one of those internal sandhis as well. But okay, so yeah.
Would you mind defining external and internal one more time? It takes me a while for it to sink in.
No problem. External, think about external, like if, for example, if you have, when we say, I bring this one up like all the time, but good job, right? There's two words, and there is a change in the dakara if you say so in the D, changes its sound when it comes together with job, right? You don't say good job.
Ah,
The D, because it's because it's your mother tongue, this just happens naturally for you. Then the D changes. So you say good job. You don't say good. Like also, like we said, tennis shoe. You don't say tennis shoe. You said tennis shoe, right? So it just naturally happens when we're not aware of it when we in our own mother tongue. But you know, when we learn a new language, you know, we can straight away pick up when someone maybe overpronounce something or very particular. You notice that, okay, they're really pronouncing the word how it's written, but it's not naturally how you say it. So does that make sense, Alice? Like you have two words, right?
yeah, 2 words, and it's that bit
Yeah,
that's come
that's
together.
external. So you have two words, but then you have internal. So for example, you have a prefix. So in Sanskritam, you have a lot of different affix. So you put different, you can put it before and after, and it's completely changing the word. Okay, for example, in English, you have you have credible.
Mhm.
Something is very credible,
Yes.
and then you can put a prefix, and you can say incredible, and then the words changes its meaning, but it's still, the word is there. You just added this prefix, and it has a nuance. It has a different. It can have different meaning. So this is internal. This is like this. And so what happened, for example, if you have incredible, then if you that in Sanskritam, those prefixes will change. There will be a sandhi between the prefix and the word.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
That's okay.
Much better, very clear. Thanks.
Yeah, cool. All right. So Paulina said, she said akara, and then she said visargaha, and then she said kakara, right? So what we gotta do is that we see that the purvaha was here, right? It was a akara. And because we know that this shot is the visargaha, so we know that it's this letter, and then it's a visargaha, and then the following letter, right? So we stick with this one, and then we gotta go all, try to follow this line until we find the until we find the kakara. And here it is. You see that? So we have to stick with this box, right? Now, Paula, what does it say here? No, Paula.
Jihuamuliaha.
Good. Now, this is, anybody heard this word before? Jihua?
Tongue.
Tongue, right? And what about mulia or mulia? Yeah. Anybody heard that word before?
Like muladhar, is it like root?
Yes. Yeah. The root of the tongue, right? Root of the tongue. That's if you translate those two words together. Or another word for this sandhi is dukkam. Okay. All right. Now, so we got to go into we got to find this one. So go into, oh, I should remember, was it 30? I think it was 30. Oh, now I'm guessing. So it was 32, 33. No, 30. Oh, here, wait. I think it was 31. Yeah, here it is. So page number 31 in your Mishika. So remember that Mishika explains everything in detail.
Can I say something?
Yep.
Yeah, because I looked in Radha's booklet and
Yep.
it wasn't so clear what the names were for the Sundays there. I
No.
had to look back on what we wrote when we went through those Sundays.
Yeah. Mishika put the names on them.
Okay.
So I find them very, very useful because it's kind of makes you, because you know the name actually tells you what kind of Sunday. So it's you got to go in Mishika to find them, to find the names.
Yeah, because otherwise, what do? Do you just write the number, the Visarga and the number?
Yeah, exactly. So it's much better with Mishika.
Mm.
Yeah, in that aspect.
Mm.
Mm. Okay, good. Okay, so what does it say here, Ariani? What does it say here? Ariani, you have to unmute.
Can you make a bigger, please?
Sorry,
Ach.
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 Okay, what is this, Ariani?
This ach. I think ach is a vowel.
Yes, good. So we have to go into our Maheshwara Sutrani, right? So it's a code. So Audrey, you have to look at this paper here because I don't think you have this. This is called Maheshwara Sutrani. So this is a code. So the code that Ariane said was ach. So here is your akara. And then you got to go and look at the round circles until you find ach. And here it is, right? So that means that it's included simple vowels and diphthongs, right? Simple vowels and diphthongs. So another way to say it is vowels. Okay, so let's go back to our page number 31. Okay, so we know that another way to say ach would be to say all vowels, right? So the code ach is referring to all vowels. Okay, and then we have plus. What does it say here, Alice? I'm trying to get. Yeah, good. And what does it say here, Paulina?
Kakara and kakara.
Good. Good. Then what happens? We have this Sandhi. Swamiji, I don't think I ever heard him saying Dukkham. I hear him every time he's referring to this Sandhi, he says Dihwamuliya. So it's more, Vagishananda is using Dihwamuliya when he's referring. Now, what's special with this one is that you actually won't see it. You know, it's not like anything is changing. It's something that you just have to know that is happening. And sometimes you hear people not even doing the Sandhi, but it's a sound that comes from the throat. It's like a little, it's very subtle. So Dukkham, you hear that? It's just like a little sound, and then it goes pronunciation of the following letter. Okay, there's a, she doesn't explain. I think if I remember right, I think Radha, she explains a little bit more the sound. Oh, here, vibration of the root of the tongue. Here you go. So very, very subtle. Okay, so that's the Sandhi. But you just know that when a vowel comes together with a kakara or a kakara, then you have this vibration of the root of the tongue. And this Sandhi is called Dihwamuliya, which is how that's how I hear it most of the time, but it also, Mishika is calling it Dukkham.
Do you take away the Visarga then?
No, not in this one. Not in this one. It's the same as, you know, this Sandhi, when we have a Visarga followed by a Pakara, and you have this Punaf, right? You have this. Most of the time it's just written like nothing happens. It just stays the same. You just know that there is a Punaf. But here, sometimes you see this sign, like a happy smile and a sad smile.
Yeah, you still write it, but do you still say it? Or does the Visarga change to the k sound?
Yeah, the Visarga changes. You don't write nothing happens in the way you're writing, but you know that there is a change in the there is a vibration of the root of the tongue.
Yeah, because you don't say Antahakarana.
No.
Say Antakar. Can
Antak-
you say it then?
Antakaranam. Antakaranam.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Yes. But there's an exception. There's an exception when the Visarga is followed by, so you have same as before, which is followed by a shar. So let's go into Maheshwara, page 15, and look what is shar. Can anybody find the coding? What's shar?
Sibilant?
Yeah, sibilants, right? Here you have your Shiva, and then you got to go and find your it letter, the circle around it, and there is your shar. So it's Shiva, Shanmuka, and Saraswati. And which is another way to say this is the sibilants. All right. Okay. I hope it's a little bit clearer, okay, for the Sunday. So just do like try to remember this, categorize it, and then step by step go through it, and you know, and then go structure it and find it. All right, let's see. I'm just going